In PvP Civilization, players spawn into this world holding one of 5 items. The first are the swords, next are the axes, there are the tridents, there are players that are born with shields, and lastly, there are players that are born with bows. I know that's not exactly new information, but just let me explain, I'm getting there. Point is, each of the 5 items have their own advantages and disadvantages when it comes to PvP. To start, there are the swords, which is the item I was born with. Being the standard weapon for close range combat, natural born swords spawn with a wooden sword that has a lifespan of 59 PvP attacks. However, by eliminating players, swords can upgrade all the way to the diamond level, giving them the longest lifespan in PvP Civilization, as well as stronger attacks and defense. But the true power of being a natural born sword is the ability to rank up beyond diamond, to become an immortal netherite sword. No other civilization has this ability, which is a reason as to why the swords are facing extinction. Next are the axes, who also start at a wooden level. Like the swords, axes are used for close range PvP, but deal much higher damage than the swords, especially with critical hits. While axes share the exact same durabilities as the swords, the higher damage from an axe means each PvP attack uses 2 durability instead of 1. So this would mean that wooden axes basically have the shortest lifespans in PvP Civilization. But just like the swords, the axes also have the ability to rank up to the diamond level through PvP victories. Next, we have the tridents. Being born as a trident comes with a few unique qualities that increase the odds of survival in PvP Civilization. For one, tridents are born with 250 PvP attacks and deal significant damage in close-ranged PvP. However, tridents can also be used for long-range combat by being thrown from a distance. Normally, if a player were to drop their weapon, they would die, but tridents can throw their weapon and still survive. The only downside is that until they retrieve their trident, they can't hold another item, which makes them vulnerable if they do decide to throw it. Tridents also can't rank up in any way, so 250 PvP attacks is all they get. The fourth item in PvP Civilization is the shield. Honestly, shields are kind of a mystery around here. They have the power to open certain doors, and they take 0 damage when they block their shield. Unlike any of the other items, shields actually rank up by taking damage. So while their role in PvP Civilization is kind of unknown, shields will basically work for anyone that's willing to pay them in PvP attacks. And finally, we have the bows. Spawning in with a bow comes with a durability of 384 PvP attacks, which means newborn bows technically have the longest lifespans when starting out. While bows can be very dangerous from far away, close-range PvP is where bows have the biggest disadvantage. Okay, now I'm coming full circle. This is why I was explaining all that. Knowing the weaknesses for the bows was how I was able to get out of this current situation. In a small room, there would be no way for a bow to beat a sword, let alone a diamond sword.